In this video, I'm going to be going over 15 base locations Ark Survival Ascended. First off is Stonehenge. This place is being completely revamped and remodeled, and it looks way different now. But honestly, I think it might be an even better location, because first off, you get this huge flat area right here. It's got like this cool arch around it, and then the pond area over there. So there's tons of flat room to build a giant base or to store dinos. And then also, not too far away from it, like a short little walk, there's this huge flat area over here too, where you can store dinos or build a base here. And there's so much flat room to work with, and there's a huge, like, really cool looking area with the Stonehenge around it. So you got flat room and a really cool view. This is the location of it. It's at the bottom south side of the map, and it's right in that peninsula. The second spot is Crags Island. This is area about like at the bottom right side of the map, and it's right next to Red Obelisk. So you have an obelisk right next to you, and there's this flat area right here that has plenty of room. This is the first area I built in Ark Survival Ascended, and I think it is a pretty good spot. Only problem is it's kind of far from resources, but that's the location of it. Number 3 is West Peninsula. That's what I'm calling it. This is where I built my main base on Ark Survival Ascended, and it's like this flat area right here, as you can see. It's extremely flat, and it's in the peninsula area. There's cliffs on the side. There's like tons of room to do pretty much whatever you want, and it's pretty close to like the Arctic and stuff, so you can get there pretty quickly. Next is the iceberg area, number 4. It's basically just a huge flat area in the middle of the ocean, so you have your own little island where you're not going to get attacked by any creatures. There might be some penguins here, but that's about it. Or some pelagornis flying around. There's a water area so you can fill your dinos, and it's right here, the first like iceberg in the Arctic area. Number 5 is Crystal Mountain. If you want a spot where you can build on top of a mountain and get a bunch of resources, this is a really good spot. It spawns a bunch of crystal, and there's a huge new ruin set. You could even build inside of the ruin set because there's big flat areas inside of there if you want. Or you can build on top of the mountain because there's still some pretty good areas. As you can see, it's this mountain kind of close to Carno Island. Number 6 is the East Flat Spot, is what I'm calling it. It's right by the swamp, so that might be a problem with it, is it's too close to the swamp, but it's super flat, and there's tons of room if you want to store dinos, build a big base. You can fit all this stuff here, and it's right off the coast too, so you have access to the ocean as well, so you can see it right here. And number 7 is this valley near Green Obelisk. I think it's a really cool spot. Basically, you can build inside of here. There's not a ton of room, but it is flat in here. And there's like the cliff sides on the edge. Maybe you can even build a house on the cliffs. Or as you can see, it's right next to the swamp and Green Obelisk. Number 8 is Herbivore Island. This is an iconic building spot, and it still is really good because it's your own little island. It's perfectly safe because only herbivores spawn here. Nothing is going to attack you, and there's just really cool terrain. There's a huge cliff sides with that little valley in the center. There's just a lot of room to build, and you can pretty much get creative with where you want to build it at. It's at the bottom right side of the map right here, as you can see. Number 9, we have the cliffside by the Green Obelisk. Just this huge set of cliffs that goes around this river, which I think looks really cool. And you can build on top of it and be pretty much safe from all the dangerous stuff below, because most of it's not going to be able to get to you, and you can just wall it off and have a really cool view off of there. As you can see, it's right near Green Obelisk, up like where these rivers and stuff meet. And number 10, I have the waterfall. This is right by the Crags Island spot. It's also right next to Red Obelisk as well, so you have close access to the obelisk. And there's like these flat areas on the side that you can build a small little base at. So this isn't really like a big base spot. It could be a good like starter base. Number 11 is the cliffside by the Arctic biome. Just another huge set of like cliffs on the side, and then it's got this area kind of sloping down. It is kind of hard to build at because it's not super flat, but it is like kind of, so you can fit some stuff up here. There's also a lot of resources near this area, and lots of good loot drops spawn over here. As you can see, it's like at the top of the map here. Number 12 is the valley near Carno Island. It's basically just this huge valley. It's a very iconic spot, but it's a really good building spot still. Thing is, now it's got a bunch of trees on Ark Ascended, so you're going to have to clear those out if you want it to look nice and flat. And there is a beaver spawn in this water as well, so you can get yourself some free cementing paste at your own base, so that is nice. So you can see it's right up here, right like west of Carno Island. Number 13, I don't know what to call this one, so I just call it the pillar, but it's basically like this giant like pillar looking thing. And it's really flat on the top, and there's a flat area on the side as well. You can build on top of that, or you can build this bottom area down here. It's right like where this giant river is, exiting the redwoods biome. Number 14 is the dip by the volcano. It's basically this like kind of like grasshound hilly area. It is hilly, but you can fit lots of dinosaurs here, and since it's so central, it's got resources all around you, which is the main reason I'd build here. Not for the flatness or anything, just because there's so much good resources in this area. Number 15 is the original spawn point, South Point 1. It's still a pretty good spot, a pretty good beginner spot, and you could stay here if you wanted as well. There's like some flat areas in the beaches where this cove is that you could pretty much build in, and now there's this big arch which you can use to your advantage as well. It's just at that bottom part of the map right there, as you can see. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did find any of these helpful, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye.